The views and opinions expressed by the guest author or speaker during this live session are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Reader's Magnet. The content shared is for informational purposes only and does not constitute endorsement or promotion of any particular belief, ideology, or product.
Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to another awesome day here at Reader's Magnet featured author interview. I'm your host, Revan, and our special guest today is a teacher, counselor turned writer, poet, environmentalist, entrepreneur, and lifelong advocate for truth and justice. Through his thought-provoking articles and poetry, he gives voice to the voiceless. His work seeks to awaken hearts, minds, and even to confront injustice and speak truth with urgency and compassion. Everyone, let's welcome the author of Predator Poetry Alive, Jose Yrizarry. Hi, Joe. Thank you for joining us here at Reader's Magnet. How are you?
I am nice and calm.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I'm so excited for today's interview because I have this I've checked your book. I've seen its cover. It's amazing, by the way. It's like I'm reading through a comic book. It's like I'm I'm drawn into it and I loved it. So first of all, before we go to the interview, can you introduce to our audience right here what is Predator Poetry Alive about? What is it?
Oh my God. I'd rather go right to the questions because the questions that were asked
Mm-hmm.
says it all.
Mhm. Oh, sure. So, Predator Poetry Alive. What inspired you to give your poetry the bold title, Predator Poetry Alive, and how does it reflect the spirit of your work?
I think I have to first credit God who
Mm-hmm.
provided me a life full of experiences,
Mm-hmm.
people, places, and things. Basically, a collective able to eventually mold the
Mm-hmm.
social conscience that I've come to try to emulate, that being Jesus Christ, who
Mm-hmm.
I consider a true warrior, who,
True.
beyond the confines of religious attributes, put that aside, used a series of metaphoric parables,
Mm-hmm.
which I consider early mind boggling poetry,
Mm-hmm.
coining terms like love thy neighbor as thyself to spearhead a model for human coexistence, a
Mm-hmm.
model so threatening to establish religious, socioeconomic, and political ideologies that his assassination, never
Mm-hmm.
mind crucifixion, his assassination became the inevitable conclusion to end his story, but not his still resounding message.
Mm-hmm.
Still resounding through time, voices like mine threatening the to date endorsed end game of
Mm-hmm.
traditional capitalism, and that being how the overindulging needs of the
Mm-hmm.
elect few at the expense of the expendable surplus many continues. With that said, my friend, my book, the title, the selected cover, and everything that's therein says it all.
Mm-hmm.
Another Christ like warrior who's gone from the limits of street views and opinions to stand, as you can see on the cover, on
Mm-hmm.
urban rooftop heights where, with the unobstructed resolve perspective,
Mm-hmm.
looks up to the heavens, offering his spear adorned with the collected bones of injustice, confronted and personally put to rest.
Nice. I actually would like to commend the book cover as well. And yes, I I believe what you said. So from it's from God and he gave you all these ideas, and these ideas are actually the are facts as well. You're actually giving the facts through your poetic words. And by the way, Joe, many of your poems confront themes of injustice and resilience. Which personal or community experience most or most shaped these pieces?
I think the best way to do that is that growing up in a family
Mm-hmm.
for a long time, pressing the importance of maintaining a social conscience with
Mm-hmm.
spiritual convictions and beliefs started the ball rolling in me at a very young age. But
Mm-hmm.
the 60s and the 70s,
Mm-hmm.
where negative feelings regarding the United States involvement in Vietnam, where I served, uh, uh, and in Central America, was being amplified
Mm-hmm.
by returning vets contributing militant ideologies to such groups that I grew up with, as the Black Panthers and the Young Lords. That
Mm-hmm.
really hit home. They're seeking to confront racial, socioeconomic inequalities regarding simple things like housing, education, employment, and at that time, the policing trends in places like Watts, California, Chicago, and New
Mm-hmm.
York helped guide both my formal and independent studies, where I combined religion, anthropology, and sociology in my therapy, uh, as a focus regarding conformity and what's called deviant behavior. It eventually led me to becoming a necessary radical. And there's issues about that, but a radical English history teacher and a radical crisis counselor in
Mm-hmm.
community based organizations offering alternatives to youth incarceration and education to
Mm-hmm.
students at that time being not appropriate for traditional high school settings.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. And you know what? I have actually skimmed through the book and I have a favorite poem there. So it's called At Death. So I have these favorite lines. So I have two favorite lines there. I would like to share it to the viewers out there. So the first line that I love, really love, was this one from At Death. So will they stand at my grave with words like, I knew him well, or thank God he's gone? And another line that I really, really, really loved, it spoke to me. So it goes, just before that final breath, will I have touched both the young and old with an inspired thought. I really love those lines, by the way, Joe. And your writing blends the rawness of spoken word with the depth of written poetry. How do you balance these two powerful forms of expression?
With the strength of Jesus's parables, which I already mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
Langston Hughes, his ability to combine poetry, humor, and current events of his time through
Mm-hmm.
his famous character Simple led me to an appreciative understanding of how the
Mm-hmm.
Lebanese writer Kahil Gibran eloquently,
Mm-hmm.
his style was eloquent, did the same in his book, The Prophet.
Mm-hmm.
His character, Al Mustafa, is
Mhm,
a undervalued hermit suddenly given the parting opportunity to poetically share his
mhm,
observations of many community misconceptions regarding topics like crime and punishment,
mhm,
laws,
mhm,
freedom, and my favorite, children. Hence,
mhm,
able to see how they were able to address many social issues across a largely receptive audience using more imagery than a specific character.
mhm.
I sought to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
because society still needs to be reminded that it continues to fall short in striving to assure everyone, especially the young, have a
Mm-hmm.
healthy place in the future.
Mm-hmm. And right now, Joe, I would like to tell our viewers out there that I really appreciate your words here. So you actually use very beautiful words. These words are thought provoking, and yes, they actually form images and they are relevant. So, what message or feeling do you most hope readers carry with them after finishing your collection?
That was an interesting one. I had to think about that,
Mm-hmm.
considering what everybody knows, the movie Predator 2,
Mm-hmm.
where one can inference how violence begets violence. I'd
True.
like people to reconsider Mahatma Gandhi's alleged quote, an eye for an eye only
Mm-hmm.
ends up making the whole world blind. It
Mm-hmm.
already carries a powerful message for humanity to use as a moral compass.
Nice. It's moral compass. Yes, I really agree with that. So, if your poetry could spark one change, whether in society or within an individual reader, what would you want that change to be?
Utopia, beyond the shadow of a doubt. Utopia, which to me means heaven on earth,
Mm-hmm.
however elusive, is attainable. And through my warrior Jesus' second coming, is still guaranteed.
Yes.
During these escalating shared troubled times that we're seeing, it's important to note we're not numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We are all so specially unique and divinely endowed with the right to respectfully speak and be heard. And thus,
Mm-hmm.
I wish people would get beyond themselves and come to endorse how life and all therein is everything one is able to perceive and more.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond what has been said before and after my book, I
Mm-hmm.
want people to believe whatever you perceive, there's more.
Yes. Y- Yes, there's more. And I really love the message go beyond. So it's so poetic, it's so inspiring. And I hope our viewers out there has had that in their mind because I'm always remembering go beyond. It's my first time hearing that as a tip or an advice from our writer for or a poet. Go beyond. I really love that. So Joe, I would like to give the spotlight to you right now. I want you to promote your book on Predator Poetry Alive and where we can find it, including and I believe your book will be with us in Chicago and Printers Row, Book Festival at Printers Row. It will be displayed there, so you can also promote that as well. And yeah.
I really think that, like for example, when you guys asked me in the question four, I was worried
Mm-hmm.
about being lured by ego and all that to generating some form of political propaganda. And
Mm-hmm.
I was very, that's why I referred to Muhammad Gandhi as an example of many before me and
Mm-hmm.
many after me, that the speaker, the voice, is not what's important. What's
Mm-hmm.
important is the message. And
True.
Jesus, for example, was very clear. He didn't create religion and all of that.
True.
He was talking about humanity. And I think that the most important thing that I want to share with people is that I do not want to fall into propaganda. I
Mm-hmm.
do not want to fall into manipulating. I am just trying to say what's already been said and
Yes.
will continue to be said. And I'm just the voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not what's important.
Mm-hmm.
It's the voice, it's the message
Yes.
that we are special. We are all so special. And we are all so uniquely divine. And we
Mm-hmm.
have that right to
Yes.
be able to speak respectfully
Mm-hmm.
because we need to make a distinction. Yes, we have the right to speak, but speak respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
We do not need more people like in Predator 2
Mm-hmm.
where violence begets violence. We need to promote that we are all one, unique,
Mm-hmm.
and divinely given rights. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
I'm being too wordy.
Okay. Nice. So, where do we find your book?
Well, from what um, I think the book is going to be through Barnes and Noble. I've seen my other books on thrift books.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it's on Amazon. Reader's Digest, my former publisher.
Uh-huh.
Um, uh, I guess you could just Google it.
Yeah. And it has a very nice title too, Predator Poetry Alive. So people can actually find it. So you guys, if you're interested in Joe or Jose Irizarry's poetry collection, you can find Predator Poetry Alone on Amazon and Barnes and Noble, and also to your trusted distribution sites. Also, I believe this is also available on your website, onepredator.com, correct? So that's
Correct.
www.one as in the number one predator.com. So again, that's www.onepredator.com. And again, the title of the book is Predator Poetry Alive by Jose Irizarry. Okay, it has been an awesome time with you here, Jose. Thank you for joining us here at Readers Magnet.
Thank you for giving me the time and the opportunity to share that there is more.
Yes. And I believe his book will also be on display at Readers Magnet's booth on the book festival at Printers Row on September 6th to 7th. And I believe it will also be displayed at the confab as well. So you guys, if you're available there, just go there and get his book again at our booth, or go to Amazon and Barnes and Noble and to your trusted distribution sites. All right, thank you so much, guys. Let us open the pages and unravel the secrets of your personal odyssey. And I believe that your ink never runs dry. So go tell your story, you storyteller. This is your host, Revan. And as we say it here at Readers Magnet, we share your story with the world. Bye now. Stay awesome.